Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-18. It's a Tier 2 Soviet SPG, and this one's located on the North Spawn, or is it the South Spawn? I think it's the South Spawn actually, but it might be the North Spawn, of Abbey, and it's under the command of Fluffylilkitten. Now he's also in platoon with two other teammates in this game. One of them is called Blimey It's Just a Game, and the other one is called Captain Snuggle Bunny. Well, what a name. Anyway, the SU-18's on the move. Fluffylilkitten's going to find some enemies to squash. And he's got a 76mm gun to do it with. This tier, 76mm, is quite a heavy caliber. And, well, he can do 180 alpha, but his range is rather limited. And there you see he's dialing in on an M2 light that's on the Abbey Road. And unfortunately he's going to get into the Abbey grounds before we can do anything about it. He's somewhere in there, but we can't see him at the moment. He's just fired a round in. Now reload time is pretty good. 7.05 seconds for a shot, but he's only got a limited amount of ammo. Only 24 rounds in total. And he's now used 2 of them and didn't get any damage. But there's an MKA, one of the tanks that Wargaming gave out just for Christmas. One of the premium tier 2s. Oh, M1441. He stopped on the road. He's taking shots to his right, and he just took a round there from Fluffylilkitten. He's dialing in on the MKA. It's fairly quick to dial in. It's got a fairly good dialing speed. You can see here, round out, and an accurate hit for 64 hit points, and the MKA pulls into cover. Oh, we've got some action going on in the Abbey grounds. The M2 light, well, he's had one of his teammates wiped out just there. Got a T1E6 there, which is the premium tier 2. And well, he's hiding behind those buildings. Right, what have we got over here? MKA and a Panzer 38T. Okay, tried a snapshot at the Panzer 38T. This Arty is much better if you let it dial in fully. And there's an M2 light. Right, that's the one that he originally saw that went into the Abbey grounds, and he's hiding behind that arch. But here is an M14 coming towards us, and he's zapped over to the MKA again. I think that's the same one he fired at only a short while ago and hit. And this will be a kill shot. Yes, it was. 37 hit points. He overwhelmed him. It was an accurate shot. Did the job. Okay, that M2 light, well, he's trying to hide behind the wreck, but I think Fluffylilkitten can probably get around into him over the top of the wreck. He fires in and yes, gets the kill. So he's got 2 kills now. But that M1441 saw him, and I'm not sure that Fluffylilkitten has the sixth sense, but he kills the M1441, who only have 1 hit point left. So he's got that kill, so he's got 3 kills now. There's the Panzer 38T, the one we saw earlier, on the west side of the map, and he's trying to dial in. There's the Cruiser 1. Well, there's 2 tanks he could take out here. Fires in. Oh, good, a hit on both. He receives a round from the Panzer 38T and another. The Panzer 38T is killed, but he kills the cruiser, and he's taking damage from, well, that was a near miss from a Geschutzpanzer Mark 6E at the other end of the map, and he's repaired his tracks, and he needs to get out of there quick, because even though that tank, that Arty, has a very long reload, it does have a 105mm gun, which at this tier, well, that is devastating. It's much more devastating than the 76mm he's carrying. He doesn't really want to get one-shotted out of the game or taken out. Not when they're doing so well. There's only 3 enemy tanks left. 2 light tanks and the Arty. But there's a T1E6 approaching our cap, and he's being hit by one of Fluffylilkitten's platoon mates. Oh, and he's gone up. In fact, was that a burning I think he was on fire. Blimey, it's just a game just killed him. I think, blimey, it's just a game set fire to him. Okay, so there's only 2 enemies remaining. A Cruiser 3 and the Schutzpanzer Mark 6E. And blimey, it's just a game is moving ahead of us. It's very slow. This Arty was actually based on the hull of the MS-1. And of course, as you know, the MS-1 never actually got built, although some very clever Russian engineer managed to put together a real MS-1 based on the designs and dimensions of the vehicle. And it actually works. I believe that Wargaming actually bought it, and it's now sitting in their head office foyer at Minsk. And most people who actually go to Minsk and actually see them, they have photographs taken in the tank. At least that's what I've heard. I believe Quickie Baby got into it. Well, less about him for the moment. You can see that Fluffylilkitten only has 14% of his health left. So he is really badly injured after those shots from the Cruiser Mark 1 and of course then the Schutzpanzer Mark 6E. I think he's aiming towards that bush, thinking there might be somebody there. He's got 14 rounds, so he could take a few pot shots just to see if there is anybody there. Well, so he's doing something very wise actually. Move into the village, which is not a place that everyone looks at. Oh, and there's the Cruiser Mark III. Now, can he get shots at it? I think he can. He just needs to let it dial in fully. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. He's fully dialed in. Good shot, but it didn't hit the target. He's trying to see where he can actually lay a shell down. Lost sight of the cruiser. The AMX-38 will reacquire any second now because he's coming up to the edge. Blimey, it's just the game is moving in. Unfortunately, by the way, we did lose Captain Snuffle Bunny. So what a name that was. Capitan Snuggle Bunny, yes. We did lose him earlier on in the game. There's the Schutzpanzer. And he's aiming towards the AMX-38. We fire around at him and, whoa, it's a near miss, but it wasn't close enough. He's dialing in. Oh, and the kill goes to the FTBS. FTBS is very nice little accurate Arty for tier 2. And that Cruiser Mark III. Oh, he was hit by Blimey, it's just a game, but killed out by the AMX-38. So it's a victory. And a very nice one there too for Fluffylilkitten. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first class tanker for Fluffylilkitten in the SU-18. He managed to get a Reaper badge. He took out 3 enemy with consecutive shots. And he also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8 in total. And a Starks medal for killing 2 enemy, for receiving 2 hits from the enemy and losing 2/3 of your hit points. So at least 2/3. In fact, he lost a lot more than that. And also surviving to win the battle, or at least surviving the battle. You don't actually have to win to get a Starks, but you do have to be alive at the end of the game. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, we see on team score, he actually did rather well. He didn't get the highest damage. That went to the Cruiser 2, Mike 6767. He got 738 hit points. And then came that Panzer 38T that was killed. He did 668. The next high scorer was Fluffylilkitten with 336. We got Blimey, it's just a game with 255 after the 7TP. And where did Capitan Snuggle Bunny come? Well, he's way down. Unfortunately, he didn't get any damage on the enemy whatsoever, but he did get 115 base XP. When we look at kills, we can see that the honours went to the Panzer 38T. He got 5 kills, and then we've got a shared tie between the Cruiser Mark II and Captain Fluffylilkitten. Both got 4 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, it was the Cruiser Mark II who managed to get the highest amount with 512. Fluffylilkitten got 475, and then Blimey, it's just a game with 462. Now, Fluffylilkitten fired 13 rounds in that game, got 7 direct hits and 2 penetrations, 7 splash. Damage of 336 hit points, of which 113 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits from the enemy during that game, 1 penetration, 2 non-penetrations, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty. He damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and on a premium count he earned 10,203 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and the ammo's very cheap and so's repair at this level, 9,382 credits he took away. He got 712 XP, times 2 for the first victory. He got a reward for completing the mission of 1426, so he took away 2,851 experience points altogether. So he says, what? Well, it was actually quite a good display of how good the SU-18 can be. And I know whenever we have these Arty Day competitions, we will be having another one in a couple of months' time on the 1st of July. That's Arty Day. And what we will do then is, yes, we will open it up so there'll be the highest scorer base XP at each of the tiers, tier 2 to tier 10, and obviously there will be an award for getting the best game out of the in each tier. And the SU-18s are very good Arty to actually try and compete in. I know the FTPS is also quite good, but yes, we do get a lot of people who like to play that and send in replays. So hopefully Fluffylilkitten will try it again in the SU-18 or the FTPS and see if he can win the tier 2 category. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it's going to be one of your replays that I'll be processing and reviewing in the next video.